In this video, we are quickly going to be discussing some important things regarding to the Ruby project. Many of the community members, many people, many miners have been asking questions. When will I get the KYC 1.6? When is it going to be releasing? How is it going to be? And what are the criteria? What do I need to be able to pass my KYC? So in this video, we are going to be discussing about the KYC 1.6 and then the time that it will be released to the community to start verifying themselves. And also we are going to be looking at the double rate mining on the Ruby project. But before we go into that, if you are new into my YouTube channel or if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit the subscription button. Also turn on the notification bell so that you always get notified whenever I upload new videos. So if you are new into this particular project or if you have not yet started, the link will be in the comment section and also in the description section so that you can click on it, join and start participating immediately. For those of you who have joined and are already mining, I hope you are still mining and actively grinding and going every single day. You'll be logging in every day to see something like this, so you just click on it and then a mining pool is going to come up like this, so you can choose anyone based on your choice. Nigeria, so once you click on it, an ad will pop up, so you just need to watch and then you can click that. So if you come over right here, you can see that this is what I am mining right now. So my mining per day is 1.4 right here. So now why is it 1.4? Because if you look right here, you see that I've not referred anybody, but I'm mining 1.4 Ruby. So if you scroll down, just scroll down, you're going to see something here called Welcome Ruby Day 2026. So let's click on it. This is an update released by the Ruby project, and I've told you, if you are looking for information about the Ruby project, is either you get it on their official Telegram channel. I've shown you how you can get to join that, and don't believe any information you get from X. They don't have any functional account on X. And then they also release updates on their app, just like they have released this one, and you can see that they released it 2 days ago on April 29 right here. And then the first one says event, that is event period May 1st to May 7th. They are celebrating their third celebration of the Ruby Network Traditional Day. So that is what they are celebrating. And they say the Ruby Millie and the journey of value. Say the Ruby network began with an idea that seems almost impossible, turning human interaction into a digital asset. So after nearly 4 years, so which means that the Ruby project is more than 3 years, almost 4 years, that idea is no longer just a hypothesis. It is being proven every day by millions of miners. Many of you are also expecting the listing, asking yourselves, when will the listing be coming up? So for now, I don't think that is what they are looking at. They are focusing on building for long term. So now look at what they say there. Let's step into the third Ruby Network Festival with 3 main content. So what are the 3 main content that they are entering into this festive period with? So the first one is we have looked at, which is the mining, the double rate mining. So that is why you see that I'm mining 1.4. If you have not referred anybody, you will be mining 1.4 it started yesterday first and it is going to end on May 7th. So if you have referred people, yours might change because you will be getting bonuses from your referrals. So that is how it is. So but on the normal, if you have not referred anybody, your mining rate should naturally be 0.7 thereabout. And the more people are joining the Ruby project, that will be reduced in the years or months or days ahead, because as more people join, they go into hiving, thereby reducing the number of tokens you can mine per day. So that is how it is. So the first one is that, which we have already looked at. So the second one is KYC 1.6, a quick overview of the identity verification program. So that is going to be the next one. So the next one, the third one, will be a release roadmap. That is the release roadmap for the KYC 1.6. So if you come right there, they have made a long message, which I might not be reading all of it to you. So but if you look right here, they say in KYC 1.2, this core activity will be directly empowered by the community as a decentralized verification mechanism operated by the Ruby members themselves. So which means that the KYC 1.6 will be operated by the Ruby miners like you and I, which means that they are going to run a system closer to what the Pi project did, where they will employ some miners to become KYC validators. So which means that once they release that one, you will be able to apply to become a KYC validator, and it is not just going to be like you are doing it for free. They will be paying you for it. Just like if you look at the way Pi is doing recently, they have been rewarding some KYC validators. So if you have been validating people in the Pi project, you discover that they have been rewarding those people right now. So the Rubi project is trying to run something like this, but the Rubi mechanism is more stronger than what Pi used, than the mechanism that the Pi project used. So this is not an experiment. This is inevitable next step of trust. So that is what they said that they are building, and the community of the Ruby miners has already surpassed 5 million, and that is why what you are seeing right here. So they say this is the first act of empowerment, but one that is deeply informative, opening the pathway towards decentralizing the operational authority of the entire ecosystem. So what does the KYC 1.6 actually solve, and what potential does it open? So if you look right here, you say global human verification system. So that is what they are currently building. They are building a system that is going to be a global, because if you look at many projects, they are actually struggling with this issue of KYC, and that's why projects like Pi took a very long period of time. Now if you look at it, the way the Ruby project is trying to build theirs, they are building theirs that will not only be sustainable in their own ecosystem, they are trying to build something that can also be employed by third-party projects in the future. And that is why you will discover that it has been taking them a whole long period of time before they can finally approve the process. So if you read right here, you can see what it can do, and then how can we ensure that each real person owns only one account, and how can we verify users that at a global scale across differences in languages and identity documents. How can the verification process remain trustworthy while respecting privacy? The core focus of this KYC 1.6 is a user will be verified by a validator who is a real person. I've already mentioned that. So the system provides duplicate detection algorithm and random profile distribution. So this is another unique thing that I did not mention. So they say operate a service guaranteed by people through a global validator network. So the process is controlled through a staking mechanism plus quality review by the QC. At what they said here, a KYC validator rule a global job. So which means that this KYC validator, they are going to make it like a job, so like a part-time job inside the Ruby project. So for the first time in the Ruby network, KYC is defined as a type of social service where the Ruby network serves as a fundamental platform, and miners in the role of the KYC validator becomes the service provider. Each completed task will be fairly rewarded. So I've mentioned that. So you will not, if you are validating, it will not be free. So you will be fairly rewarded for it. Identity verification becomes a paid global job. So now any eligible Ruby member can become an authorized partner. So that answers the question: who are those that can become validators? Who can be qualified for it? So they say everybody can be qualified. They say participate in the KYC validator role. So perform user verification, receive reward from the verification activity. So this is your job if you become a Ruby KYC validator. So now if you scroll down again, you're going to see the release plan. So I will leave you to read the other information. So how is it going to be like? What is the release roadmap? So according to KYC 1.6, will be released through at least 3 updates along with bug fixes releases if needed. Now what this part means is that KYC 1.6 will be released in 3 stages, so like 3 different times, to make sure that there are no errors like what you are facing in the Syndra project. So they are trying to avoid some of those things. So they are going to be working and releasing it in 3 phases. So the first is that will be the 1.6.1, so released during the Ruby Days 2026. So it will be Ruby Days, which probably means this time around, let's hope because we are celebrating the Rubi festival time, like they said. So this is their days. So I am not aware of any activity that they are going to do again this year. So which means that any moment from now we should be expecting the KYC 1.6.1. So they say global release of the KYC validator rule. So that will be released in it. So with a limit of 20 KYC validator seats per country, they will only accept 20 for the first phase of the KYC. 20 people will have the role to be verifying everybody in Nigeria. I don't know how that is going to be, and that goes for any other country too. That is going to apply the KYC letter invitation mechanism up to 3,000 letters only per day. That will be only per day. And then the KYC 1.6 participation method, decentralized access through the mobile application. So that's what it means. It is going to be happening inside the Rubi app. Now if you look at the next one that is going to be released after that one, will be 1.6.2. So expected release about 1 month after, which means that once they release the first one, it will take 1 month before the second one will come. And in that second one, there will be global release of KYC validator QR. So that will be the first thing. Then the second thing is that they will expand the number of KYC validator seats according to the demands of each country. So which means that they are going to give, for example, Nigeria 20 seats in the first release, and in the second release, if there are more miners, there are more people applying for the KYC, they can expand depending on the number of Rubi projects that are requesting for KYC. So if we are many in Nigeria, for example, it means that they might give us open room for KYC validators more than what other countries will have. So that is what they mean. So the next one is that they will also raise the KYC letter invitation to 6,000 per day. And then the last one will be 1.6.3, expected to release within 3 months after the second one. So which means that all these things are going to take a period of roughly, let's just approximately 6 months. So for this KYC 1.6 to actually reach the final third phase. And then the last one right there is just a congratulatory message from the team of the Rubi, so regarding the season. So guys, that is the quick information. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already long, and I believe that you understand this. So for those of you who are just joining or who have not yet joined, join and start mining very well. Don't joke with this project. That will be all for now. Thank you so much. And if you are new into my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscription button. Also turn on the notification bell so that you always get notified whenever I upload new videos. So thank you so much. See you in my next video.